Today I want to talk to you guys about how to decide on a size for a photo. So I just Googled common frame sizes, and here are some: 4x6, 5x5, 5x7, 8x10, and on. We're not going to go beyond the 8x10 for the selective color project. And remember that the frames that I have that are colored are 4.5 by 6.5 inches. So what you want to do is take a look at your photo. So here I have image 0873, and when I have it in column mode, I can see a little information about it. It is 1.3 megabytes, and I'm going to drag this into Photoshop to see what the size in inches is. So with my rulers open, if they're not open, you're not going to have this bar across the top. So you hit Command R or View, Show, actually it's in rulers, so you check rulers on, and you can see that it is over 30 inches wide from 0 to 30. This is in inches. This is where you check. So if your numbers are weird and high, you want to be in inches. So I right click on here, and then over here it's 0 to about 55 inches. So obviously that is not what we want. In order to size a Photoshop image, you want to go to the image menu up here, and you hit image size. The very first thing you want to do is change your resolution to a print resolution. That is going to be 300 almost always. This looks like it's zoomed in really weird, right? And that's just showing you 100% of the pixels at 31.5 by 56 inches. So you can get like a smaller version of it in the preview. This is 5% of the size, I guess. But obviously we're not going to be printing a 56-inch high photo here. So I'm actually going to cancel this for a minute because I haven't cropped this picture yet and it's not that great of a composition. I want to get the crop tool. One thing you can do is you can straighten your horizon. It's always a good idea to have a straight horizon. And then remember, your preset ratios for the crop tool are in here. So you see 5x7 is a format, 8x10 is a format. So if I click 8x10, it's going to change the composition quite a bit. I can move this around. I could scale it and move it. So that part might be a little bit of a review for you. And just visualize if you think this looks like a better composition. You don't want to have any of this hanging out on the side. So be sure to check your corners, especially if you straightened it, to see if you're in a good spot. This right here is called rule of thirds, and this is a great spot for a composition. So if I wanted an 8x10, I would hit the check mark or done or return on the keyboard. If I want to see what another format would look like, such as 5x7, I kind of like this better because the lighthouse is tall, the sky is pretty. I think I'd rather have a slightly taller, thinner composition. And I think I'll straighten it out maybe just a little bit more with the edge of this lighthouse right here. So that looks pretty straight there. I'm going to hit done. Now I'm at 25 by about 35. So I'm going to go back to image size, ... Again, first start with changing the resolution and then your width. So if you said, oh, I'm doing a 5x7, I'm going to click 5. It's almost exact. It's better to go slightly over. Oh, that actually worked. Sometimes this will be like 5.001, and that's okay because that's not something that we can see with our eyes. That would be like 1/100 of an inch. So then you hit OK. 5x7. If I were to just close this right now, it is not going to save my sizing, my cropping, any of that. So you want to do, your last step is File, Save As. What is this picture? This is a lighthouse. What have I done to it? I've cropped it and sized it. So I'm going to say LH crop sized JPEG, and then I decide where I want it to go. Do I want it to go to desktop? And I don't have it, so I just hit desktop. If you wanted to make a new folder, you could say new folder, and you could say finished photos, create, and then it will go into finished photos on my desktop, lhcrop.size, lighthouse crop sized, save. What that means is I still have my original photo. Always go ahead and boost this up to the maximum. That's gonna give you the highest, clearest details. If it were to be down here in the kilobytes, this is a terrible resolution, so always bump it up into the megabytes and hit OK. And there you have a JPEG, and it's showing that up here. All right, good luck. You need to follow all of those directions.